These men will sleep with your woman. Be careful. Number 1. A male pastor who acts as a mentor to her. This is not to discredit all pastors. There are still genuine pastors out there, but under no circumstances should your wife submit to another man in the name of a pastor or a mentor. She's only instructed by God to submit to her husband. If only you know how many women some of these pastors sleep around with, then you will understand better. Women are very vulnerable to their pastors than to their husbands. Some women honor their pastors and hold him at high esteem more than their husbands or boyfriend. Have seen women who go to cook for their pastor who is obviously staying alone. Women in the church will share themselves and go in different days to wash, cook, and clean for a pastor who lost his wife or stays alone. Is the pastor a stick? What do you think happens there when nobody is there? I met a woman with her 2 children in the mall the other day. She saw a beautiful shoe, and the first thing that popped out of her mouth was that, "This will be nice for my pastor." I looked at her. She was wearing a ring on her finger. I was shocked. I asked her if she was married, and she said yes. And I went further to ask her, "Don't you think this will be nice for your husband?" Her countenance changed. She said her husband has shoes. Can you imagine that? So it is the pastor that doesn't have shoes? Most pastors are the reason why some women are no longer respectful or giving their full attention to their husband. A man who calls himself a pastor will call your wife to meet him in the office, and your wife will just jump up and go there. Meanwhile, she can't respond to a simple request at home. She will kneel down to greet her pastor, who is almost same age with her husband, yet she stand and talk to her husband anyhow. She's ready to buy expensive gifts for her pastor on his birthday, but some cheap boxers and singlets for her husband on his birthday. Does that even make sense? There must be a boundary between your woman and her pastor. Number 2. A politician or a very wealthy man. Money is power. Whoever has it has some level of authority and influence over those who don't have it. Don't trust your woman around any politician. A man shared with me how a politician picked him up from the crowd, gave him money and gave him a good job and employed his wife as his personal secretary. He was sleeping with the woman anytime and anyhow he wants. He caught them one day, but was threatened never to speak to anyone about it, else he will be jailed. Of course he had the power, and the husband couldn't believe his eyes. After some months, he ended the marriage and traveled out. The politician used the woman and sacked her and picked someone else. When you see a politician being so nice with your wife, just be very careful about it. Number 3. A bestie of the opposite gender who is an emotional supporter. Your wife or girlfriend has no right to keep another man as a bestie, an emotional supporter, or just a friend who is more than a friend. If a woman agrees to walk the love journey with you, it should be you and you alone. Besties are the reason why misunderstandings take so long to be resolved. Because your partner will run to them, and they will seize the opportunity to play around with her heart. But when there's no bestie, everybody will want to reconcile fast, because no one is coming to fan the flames. She will say, "He's just a friend. He is just a friend." Yet she's telling him a lot about the relationship or marriage. He's just a friend, yet she will pass the night in his place when you guys have issues. Some will say, "You know, I met him before I met you." Wow. Since you met him before meeting your man, if your bestie was that special, why didn't you date him? Why giving space for a third party in your relationship or marriage? A guy told me how a lady accused her husband of cheating. They had issues that night and she ran to his place, and funny enough, it happened. Long story cut short, the husband was not cheating, but she was the one cheating. Say no to besties, it is a red flag. Number 4. A gym guy. If she must gym, go with her or get the gym equipment for her at home. Leaving your wife to go to the gym all alone with a gym instructor is a risk. Trust is okay, but there should be limits. Have you seen how these gym guys train women before? Have you seen how they use their hands on people's wives? Do you know why your wife now suddenly wants to be in the gym all the time? Some of them even have private sessions. You must be funny to think that nothing is going on there. Women go there wearing things that will allow them exercise, and some of these things they wear are unveiling. These men are not sticks, neither is your woman a wood. They will ask her to spread her arms, spread her body. Sometimes they use their hands on them. Feelings and emotions will definitely pick up, especially if the guy is handsome and attractive. Save your marriage and relationship by avoiding all of these. If she won't stop going to the gym alone, then it's a red flag. Number 5. Male doctors. A nurse told me how a male doctor bangs women who come to the labor room to give birth. His excuse is that the place is not wide enough, and he needs to help make it wide.